Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Cradle. So, I was feeling a little motion sick after playing the first hour, so I turned on vertical synchronization in the thought that maybe the frame pacing was inconsistent. I almost never do that, and so we may have some herky-jerkiness here. Here's the logs of wood, by the way. I went back and looked at my video and yeah, I'm an idiot. Uh, So let's see where we are on this. Heat the furnace with a few wooden logs. A few means at least 3, and a sheet of paper. A tells me 1. There we go. So, new task added. Add 2 cut plumber fruits. They grow near the lake. Now, if I have the knife out, by the way, can I poke this ball? Nope. So, I have an idea to just bring things this way. Okay. So now that we're at the point of getting to the fruits, I'm assuming near the lake does just mean these ones we've seen before, and I'm hoping that the assistants will tell me how to get this down. Maybe I'm supposed to just jump and grab it. Oh, well. Apparently I am supposed to just jump and grab it. Well, the problem with jumping and trying to grab fruits that, let's face it, are floating in the air on a bunch of leaves that are also floating in the air. Like, clearly this is an unfinished animation job. But the main problem here is the fact that as I'm jumping, the cursor is moving. I'll try to see which of, if any of these, are the ones I'm supposed to be able to reach. This is like way too tall. It shouldn't be this hard. Alright, let's see about this. We'll put this on the ground. We'll use the knife. Add 2 cut plum fruits. Alright. So we have no inventory space. Let's see. What do we want to drop? We can just kind of drop that, I guess. But I imagine that also means that we would have to drop something like this. Maybe now that we've changed it so it's a cut, 2 halves of a cut fruit. Man, this shouldn't be that hard. Like, seriously, it shouldn't be this hard. Like, There's no way to climb this tree or gain any height on it. It's not like jump up here and get on this ledge. Maybe I could jump up here and get a little bit more height that way. Alright. Like, I'm super close and it doesn't seem like it wants to let me do it. There's something awkward about this game, to say the least. Let's see. Well, there goes my knife. I was able to grab one, and now there we go, finally. So put that in the inventory and find the knife and take that in our inventory too. And hope that I don't need whatever that was, whether that was a baton or chimney sweep or something else. I'm kind of hoping this game is short now, though. Like, this intro experience, I guess I've finally learned my lesson here. The idea of having a 3D hidden object game really does just fall apart when you're dealing with so many things that can be moved around. This really feels like an experiment in either Unity or Unreal Engine technology of just having a bunch of 3D model objects and then giving them no tethers and putting real world physics on them. It looks to me like that is in the reflection, not actually in the... Add dry root, use the mortar to grind it. Okay. So we would have to find a mortar. Is this a mortar? Mortar, mortar, mortar. Know what a mortar looks like, but the game would have to have shown me one. The dry root. There are some dry roots hanging outside. Okay, thank you, game. Where? Where are these dry roots hanging? Over here, okay. We got the dry root. Now we gotta find the mortar. And it's gonna be kind of hard to use the mortar without a pestle. Also, unless this is a digital mortar. You can see if this works. Nope. Yeah, that was asking too much. Just toss things. I mean, that's really what this boils down to, is just start tossing things out the front door until you find the thing you need must be somewhere in the crockery. So the game is trying to help me. And I don't feel like it really was even doing that before. That's like more of a milk jug. Is there something in here? None of these dishes. This is probably a mortar. Let me see if I can use the dry root with this. The answer to that is no. So that's not a mortar. That looks more like a flower pot than a mortar, but we'll see if we can use the dry root on that. Hey, it actually worked. And I guess the item is still in there. That item doesn't... This item doesn't work. Right. So then we need a pestle, which I guess is what this is. They kind of match in color. Yeah, this feels like these are actions and that would be significantly familiar to a Mongolian person, but right. Bring Ongots his breakfast. Right. And just because I've seen someone else do this section, I kind of know it goes here. And Ongots is slowly flying. Taking his sweet time. Of course, the question is why? He won't fly near me, apparently. Like, why am I serving Ongots as breakfast? So he's got something on his chest. Game saved. The clasp first. Is there a clasp over here? Clasp over here. Okay. So we're attempting to remove 2053, and you can see inside here he is not so human or not so animalistic at all. He's a robot apparently as much as anybody else is. Alright. So a long puzzle, I think, to get to this point. Read entries. Let's see. The entries will wait. I need to change Ongot first. Seriously? Replace Ongot's vest. With what? I guess it did say change him. This shirt has a weird see-through pattern in the middle of it. Alright. Are there... Oh, I think I saw another vest in here. We kind of just picked it up and dropped it on the ground a long time ago. It was hanging on the wall. Kind of over here. Where did it go? There it is. I think this is what I'm supposed to put on him. Okay. The vest has some numbers on it. Thank you for telling me, game. It would be nice if this was voiced. Read entries, yes or no. Enter password 2053. Okay, access granted. Okay. I've got a journal now, thanks Tabitha. My name is Inbish. I've always lived here because I can't go anywhere else. Grandpa Batjin says a lot of people used to live around here, but they all died when the dome blew up, and the area has been deserted ever since. Outside from myself, Benjin, and Ongush. I'm just gonna fake my way through a lot of these names. Ongush has got very powerful claws. He obeyed my father and helped him hunt here. I don't remember my parents. They died in the explosion as well. When the wind picks up, it gets pretty chilly. You can find refuge from it, but not for long. You can't last long without the light. That's why I crafted a transparent layered vest. I liken that program about greenhouses. It keeps Ongots warm during the day, and when the night air chills arrives, I put him in another warm vest. I collect and digitize flowers. I look at the prettiest ones and make photocopies or fight copies of them. Tabitha takes them into town and sells them. The earnings keep him afloat while Grandpa and I buy cheese. We've got a new... Man, this text is... Just make it full screen. Why is it way in this corner? We've got a new granometer. It measures everything. Flowers, insects, people. I checked Bajin at 47 and the tree by the gate at 24. Even the stool got measured, though that took a little longer. But when aimed at Ongots or myself, it will show the same old error. Grandpa says it's all provenance. Maybe he's right. I have this dream sometimes. I'm in a strange city. The day is waning. Folks are walking in the distance. Hey, we saw this dream when we walked to the edge of the game. There's somebody besides me, but I don't know who. The dream is fleeting, always leaving me with a strange sensation, like I'm supposed to pass something to somebody, but I never remember what or whom. I feel some kind of mix of anxiety and chagrin, and it makes me want to go there, to that town. Wish we'd just get a little bit more story. Grandpa Bachin has died. He wanted to transfer after losing his sight and mobility. Tabaha even brought him the equipment, but Grandpa died in his sleep. He was buried at the spot he had requested. Okay, so that's where the plot outside is. Tomorrow marks the 4-year anniversary of Grandpa's funeral, which means I'm already 23. Everything is still the same. I tried leaving again, but no dice. I simply lose consciousness like before. I want to find that town from my dream. Perhaps I'll risk it and do a transfer. Grandpa got no use for his helmet these days, but I might. If I get lucky, I'll wake up in a new body in Ulaanbaatar. Too bad the Grandmeter won't show me my number. I know how dangerous it is. So numbers probably are some kind of rating system, determining how far you can get in the virtual world. When I look at the poster over my bed, for some reason I remember my toys. When I was a kid, maybe 5 or so, I had a favorite toy and add an odd little space cow or case. Ongus has found it somewhere and brought it to me. Then I saw the dark in the field and got scared and stumbled the toys away for some reason. Stashed the toys away for some reason. And to make sure I didn't forget the hiding place, I came up with a clue. Come out of the yurt and fly straight as the crow. On the rock with a song, look for an arrow. Sorrowful tree will show you the way. A box in the sand, a mystery betrays. But now I can't find it. So is our new quest to go find the toys. Find your toy. Okay. That's what this game wants you to do. Seems like there's no consistent quest so far. Seems like maybe I lost my memory trying to use this machine and do a transfer, by the way. Right. So, fly as a crow means go straight. Look for a rock with a song on it. And there's a ball rolling down. That could have just been because I threw a ball down out the front door. Let's see a rock with a song on it. Not seeing a rock with a song on it, and honestly, if I go much further, I'm gonna run out of opportunities. Yeah, I think if you're going this far, you've gone too far. So, is there a sorrowful tree? Well, there's a lonely tree. On a rock with a song, look for an arrow. Sorrowful tree. And a box in the sand. This is a little bit more sandy. So I'm just kind of looking backwards and trying to cheat the system. But yeah, there's a problem here. There definitely is a problem with a not super sorrowful tree and a lot of sand and a lot of things. Is it the idea that Ongots is the crow and I should have followed the way the crow flies? The crow flies straight if this is being translated properly. But I wouldn't be surprised if somehow that is being mistranslated and it means something different, like east or west. We might as well pick this back up. I see a lot of rocks with swoops on them, which look weird, to say the least. I don't know what would cause that kind of pattern. Just maybe a lot of water erosion. This is a big rock, whereas most of the other rocks are rather small. But I don't see an arrow on them. Again, I don't see a rock with an arrow on it. Right. Start again. Come out of the yurt and fly straight as the crow. Which would mean going straight. Yeah, while we're at it, we'll drop anything that looks like it might not be necessary. I'll drop the knife. Alright. Rock with a song on it. Am I misreading something? On a rock with a song. Am I supposed to stand near all the rocks and see if they make some kind of sound? I'm already not flying straight as a crow. I saw a shadow of a bird flying that way. Am I supposed to really just follow the birds? Rock with a song is an arrow. There's an arrow. I'm hoping it's not a tiny little rock. Like, if anything, it seems like it should be this. It should... there should be an arrow that points me to that tree, which strikes me as the one to go. There are 3 rocks going this way. Wait a minute. There is music playing in the background. If this was the sorrowful tree, then the next part of this would be the sand. So where in the sand? Looking for a box. Kinda has to be hidden pretty well. What point does sand become mud? How far could it be actually from a tree? Well, this is annoying, to say the least. You have kind of an oval shape like an arrow on some of the rocks. It certainly made this area big enough where this would not work. You wouldn't be able to just wander around. Is there possibly any other tree that stands out? If I go any further, I'm halfway towards the edge, and I think this river in particular is designed to act as kind of a physical barrier. How would I find a small box in the sand? If it was a giant chest in the sand, I could find it, almost certainly, looking around, but... Stranded tree will show you the way. So... perhaps it's... a sorrowful tree will show you the way. So perhaps it's a case more of there's a rock telling you to go a certain way. So you're supposed to walk in this general direction, and it's in between the two, assuming that's the direction, or perhaps it's this pointing this way. You kind of need some other actions here. Something else you can do to not get frustrated with this. Because frankly, I'm approaching a point where it seems like it's not really worth the effort to do this without just a walkthrough right in front of me, because, yeah, unlike Myst, which I think is the best comparison to make here, that we're not walking into an environment where there's a bunch of cool desk toys to play with, or items in any way that are interactable. We're just wandering around a empty field. Sure, this could have an arrow on it. Any of these rocks could be interpreted as having an arrow on them. As far as one having a song on it, not really seeing that. Says, come out of the yurt and fly straight as the crow. Alright. It is a yurt. Let's take this off. Alright, straight as a crow. Doesn't really hit this. Now, I would have been young when I did this, so perhaps there's a argument to be said that maybe I was really, really close to the area. Like, if I'm going straight and just not venturing off the path, like the first rocks I run into are these. And unless those rocks had something pointing towards me, either I keep flying straight or I go to that tree that stands out. And so you're just hitting more and more water. And at this point, there's like no rocks at all. Trying to play the game the right way, but honestly, I should just go look at this other area. Yeah, I should just go and see what this is. This is the dome, I guess, that exploded. There's a whole bunch of rocks here. Are they forming some kind of arrow? I kind of don't see how this forms an arrow. Just seems like it's a group of rocks. And then you're back to this tree. I think if you've hit the tree, you've probably gone too far. Meanwhile, if I've gone completely different direction, is there some other sorrowful tree? I don't know. I could certainly see why people are negatively reviewing this game, though. It's just like, there's kind of nothing here. Here's the grave. Batjin Dal Hall. And there's all kinds of rocks, but then you get away from sorrowful trees. It's time to look at some of this other stuff, though. There's something here. So this looks like a power line slash transportation system. But one would need a ladder to climb up the edge of it. And it looks like I can't interact with it. We have a pretty looking section over here of what looks like a garden. And a little bit of lag as it's loading in. It's odd that there would be balloons still working, but okay. So this looks like a looks like a circus more than a just floating fence here. Yeah, it looks like a circus more than a dome. And I think we'll get in there at some point, but it might be that we get some bolt cutters given to us or something first. It's clear that it'd be a waste of time to... Well, maybe not. Looks like somebody's made a platform to get up there. Alright. Seems like there's probably more jumping in this game than I think people would appreciate. Alright, I'm in. Let's hope that there's a way out. This is not the quest the game gave me, but it is the quest I'm choosing to investigate. Yeah, this looks like a amusement park, not some kind of Chernobyl dome. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's kind of nothing here right now. Definitely hear some sound effects of some kind of liquid-like creature. Creepy head. Oh, I see this. There's like black sludge that... So I guess the toy might explain some of that later on. I suspect I probably have to power up this facility. Alright. Here's one of those cubes. Alright, so how do we get out of here? That's gonna be the question. Is there... It's like a Langolier eating up everything around it. Can I just walk through these? Nope, it's not a exit only system. I might actually have to just let the black goo eat me and see if that loads me back into the previous save section. It could very well be that there is no way out of this. This world's slightly intriguing, but also, let's face it, frustrating. Can I possibly get up in this tree and escape? I don't feel like I can. Let's see. Is there something on the far side of the fence? Well, yeah, I think this really is gonna probably just roll into experimentation, and I'm just gonna let this thing grab me, because we'll just see what happens. Everything went dark and I got spooked and nothing else happened. That wasn't really what I was hoping for. Seriously, game, am I gonna have to reload? They really shouldn't have made it so easy to get in here without showing a way out. At what point have I gone full circle? I guess if I see the way I came in again. There we also see a black thing outside the fence. So that does tell me some small bit of information. That they aren't just restricted to this area. You know, this also kind of proves the fact that even if you are a huge fan of Myst like me, by modern standards, the concept of wandering around and not having a clue what you're doing does not work. It's frustrating. The ability to create a huge environment becomes a hindrance, because now there's this giant possibility, realm of possibility of places to go and things to do. Whereas the island of Myst in the first game was this incredibly tight, small section of worlds where you barely could go anywhere or do anything, so you knew you were within, I would say, at least 20 location changes of finding the thing you needed to find. Like, it just dispels it too, so the problem too is twice now we found ways to kind of break this game, and by walking to the edge and running into these enemies, in neither time is it resetting me to a location. So I'm having big trouble. Yeah, and we've either gone full circle or there's two entrances. No, we've gone, I think, full circle. Alright, so let's see. Load game. We have fuzziness. So favorite toy, and we can see that after favorite toy there's several more things we need to do. So yeah, it seems like you just have to load through this if you get in that area. Loading might reset everything back to where it was. There we go. Let me find my cache. Perhaps old things. Right. So, no garbage anywhere. Let's just see if maybe we'll be able to solve the puzzle this time. It says a rock with a song on it. So I'm just going to kind of walk slowly and see if we get that internal dialogue, which clearly needed to be voiced. Okay. I'm gonna go this direction and see if that might be right. I don't know why it would be right, but a sorrowful tree would be like a weeping willow. But we kind of don't have a sorrowful tree. Anything close to that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out a walkthrough and just follow a walkthrough directly, starting with the next episode, because we spent 2 hours doing basically Bubkiss. Reloading put all the items back. Did it empty my inventory? Yes, it did. Alright, well, I guess that works as well as anything else. Box in the sand. Rock with an arrow. Rock with a song in it. Crows flying. Sorrowful trees. I guess maybe that means a tree that's fallen down. I mean, that might be part of Mongolian culture. Is it like bowing or getting on the ground when you're sorry? I don't know. See, and I feel like if I'm running, I'm very possibly missing it. There's a lot of rocks over here. But I don't think I'm anywhere close to where I'm supposed to be. All these rocks look the same to me. And I assume the arrow is a shape of an arrow or a picture of an arrow, not an actual arrow. Although that's kind of a big assumption. I don't think these trees would classify as a sorrowful tree. Over here is a tree that's kind of all alone. But there's not really any sand around here. Almost feels like the locations of rocks and trees have moved around a little bit. I don't know if that's really the case or if I'm just in a completely different place. I'm probably in a completely different place. Yeah, this is this one tree. This really is getting away from anything that would feel like a modern improvement on the hidden object games. By the way, like, hidden object games not particularly great, but at the very least they usually have some kind of highlighting or help that wouldn't have you doing what I'm doing right now, which is just wandering like an idiot. We barely accomplished anything. We fed a robotic bird and changed its vest, and then we read a diary. We read what one only assumes is our own diary. Alright. So, start this again. So, going straight, really you could, if you're even like one angle off, you could go that way, you could go that way. It's crazy. There's a branch here that could mean go that way. Come out of the yurt and fly straight as the crown on the rock with a song. Look for an arrow. Not seeing any kind of arrow. And I don't think that a dead branch would be a sorrowful tree. Oh man. Alright. It's been an hour. That's going to be it for this recording. I'm going to pull up a walkthrough for this game. Clearly we're going to need it step by step. This is getting ridiculous. I probably will also walk directly towards where the item is and not pick it up, but just be close to it and actually see it. That way there's no extra added delay. This is not going well. This is probably one of the worst intros to a game, which I'd still say we'd probably be in the intro stage that I've ever played. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.